Circle is another everyday AutoCAD draw tool. So it's important that we understand the circle and its properties and how to create the circles and use its options. So when I pick the circle tool from my toolbar, I can pick the circle, and AutoCAD is asking me to specify the center point of the circle. And so for the center point of the circle, again, I could use object snaps and select on specific places of existing geometry, endpoints of lines, midpoints of lines, intersections of lines, or I can just start the circle wherever I like by left clicking the mouse. I could also enter an XY absolute coordinate value. So maybe I'll do that this time. So I'll type 6, 6 and press enter. And now AutoCAD is asking me to specify the radius or give me the diameter. Most of the time on these drawing exercises you'll do for this class, you'll be given hole sizes as diameters. So most of the circles that we draw will be given as diameters. So by default, the circle tool goes to radius, but we can always change that. In the line exercise, I showed you that you can left click on the diameter option here. There's other ways that you can do that. In older versions of AutoCAD, you would have to actually type the capital letter and press the enter key. And we can press the down arrow and pick the option, or we could right mouse click and pick the option. Okay, so I'm going to draw the circle again, and again I'm going to use the absolute. The center point is going to be at the absolute coordinates of 6, 6, and I'm going to use the diameter option. So I'm going to type the letter D and press enter, and I want this to have a diameter of 3 units. Okay, so every circle will have a center point. The object snap symbol for the circle center point is a yellow or greenish color circle. Each circle will have 4 quadrants at the 0 degrees, 90 degrees, 180 degrees, and 270 degrees. So these quadrants are physical properties of that circle. And again, circles could be any line type or any color. Again, those are best controlled by layers. I'm going to put another circle out here on my drawing. This time I'm just going to draw it out so far, and I'm going to give the radius to be 1.5, or actually I'll do 1.25. So I located the center point. AutoCAD is asking me for the radius, and I'm going to put the radius in at 1.25. I'm going to pick the circle command again, and notice I've got different options of circles. I could use 3-point circles, 2-point circles, or tangent radius circles. So I'm going to use this tangent radius option here. So we've shown you that you can pick the option of the list here. You can type the capital letter. In this case it would be 3P, 2P, or T. Or we can right mouse click and pick tangent radius. So I want this arc, this next circle, to be tangent out here on this side of the circle, and tangent up here on this side of the circle, and I want it to have a radius of 9. And you can see that the existing or the created circle touches perfectly tangent on those 2 circles that I started with, and it has the exact radius of 9. Okay, so that's a tangent radius circle. I'm going to throw a rectangle up here real quick and show you another good example of a 2-point circle. So we'll pick the circle tool. We'll use the 2-point circle option, and maybe we'll start one end of the circle there and another end of the circle there using the object snaps. So usually when I use a 2-point circle, I'm going to use it in conjunction with an object snap, maybe going across 2 pieces of lines like this to make this kind of rounded section. But again, the circles are a very important tool in AutoCAD, and it's one that you definitely want to get your arms around. The biggest problems I see as an instructor with the circles is students mixing up the diameters and the radius. The radius is always 1/2 the diameter, but if you put the radius in for a diameter value, you're going to get a bigger circle than you expected. So keep your eyes out for that. If you have any questions, give me a call. Thanks.